Well, hopefully this works.
What's up guys, JNO here, and welcome to JNO United. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and remember, it's all about the game.
What's up guys, JNO here, and what do you think of the new layout? Do you like it? Hopefully you do. Just trying to get ready for FPL 2016-2017 season with a brand new look for the channel. When FPL starts, everyone is into FPL, and that's when everyone is searching for those FPL hints and tips. And hopefully when they see this new layout, they'll come flocking to the channel. But let's take it for a test spin now while we look back to Gameweek 37 and we look forward to the final Gameweek 38. Now as you can see, my team didn't do that well in this double game with 37. It wasn't too bad, I was above the average. I've got 85 points when the average was 55. The thing is, the people around me were getting good scores or even better scores than that, so I have dropped off a little bit. As you can see down below there, you can see my rank, and you can see my rank for the game week as well. It wasn't as good as I'd have liked, but at least I'm still under that 30k mark, which means I'm still in the top 1% of players in the FPL. My star men were Patrick Van Aanholt and Eden Hazard. Both of them came through with double figure hauls, and Mignolet did as well, only just. But then everyone else got under 10 points, even Andy Carroll, who I triple captained. Probably one of my worst decisions of the season. If I'd just gone with Hazard or Patrick Van Aanholt, right now I'd be laughing. And why didn't I pick Jermaine Defoe? If we have a look at the results, the main one is Sunderland actually managing to pick up 2 victories. They beat Chelsea and Everton, not the easiest of fixtures, which means they have Premiership survival, and Newcastle have gone down to the Championship, and that has to sting for those Geordies out there. Somehow West Ham threw away a chance at the Champions League by losing to Swansea. We had a great performance against Man United, but for some reason we couldn't get the job done against Swansea, who have been on and off all season, but seem to have found a new life near the end of this season as they start to pick up victories when they don't really have anything left to play for. The Man City-Arsenal draw means that the race for Champions League and Europa Cup places is the only thing we've got really to look forward to at the end of this season in Gameweek 38. Leicester continue their winning ways, and I actually fancy him against Chelsea. Jamie Vardy will want to be top goal scorer this season, and he's only one behind Harry Kane, as is Sergio Aguero, so those two are likely to get on the score sheet if they're playing. Harry Kane, however, seems to have been lacking in the goals ever since Dembele and Ali have found themselves suspended. Norwich managed to put in some decent performances, and Nathan Redmond looks like he's trying to put himself in the shop window this summer transfer window. And Spurs lost to Southampton. Seems like they've gone off the ball completely, and now Arsenal could actually finish above Spurs, which the Spurs fans will hate and the Arsenal fans will gloat about like they won the league. If we have a look at my rankings, you can see red arrows all across the board, apart from in my league, Certified Premier League, I've stayed at 11th, and in Smith's league, for some reason, I managed to get to 20th. I'm not sure how that happened. I just think the people around me made the wrong decisions just like I did, probably captained Andy Carroll. But in major news, I've officially won my own head-to-head league, so I'm top of the Certified Premier League. There's no way Rob H26 can catch me now. So I am the champion of my own head-to-head league. The only problem is, in the Certified Premier League, the Classic League, Padfall has come back with a massive double game week score and is only a couple points behind me, so I could actually end the season not being the best YouTuber in my own Classic League. Padfall, calm down, fuck off, do not dare beat me in my own league. Just kidding, just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm really not. Sal FC is sitting at 6th in the Certified Premier League, and he is the person that got the highest game week score in double game week 37. He got 117 points. He played his bench boost, and the star players for him were Payet, Hazard, Redmond and Van Aanholt. Now Redmond was someone I suggested people should get in, and it looks like he took my advice. I wish I took my own advice sometimes, but then again I did pick Andy Carroll. The dream team would have got you 160 points without captaining anyone, and the actual star man of the double game week was Kone. Not Kone from Everton, Kone from Sunderland. In fact, if you had picked a whole Sunderland backline, you'd have been laughing this double game week. Who would have thought I'd ever say that? 4 Sunderland players in the dream team of double game week 37. Now if we look forward to Game Week 38, you can see my team on the screen now. At the moment it's a 4-4-2, I have one transfer to make. I'm not sure who I'll bring in, but I will get to that at the end. The players I'm looking at are Vardy, because he's chasing that golden boot for the Premier League, and Oliver Giroud or Theo Walcott. Arsenal coming up against Villa. Theo Walcott last season in Game Week 38 got a hat-trick and a 20-point haul. So if I could bring in someone like that and captain him, that will really help with my ranking. But we will get to the end of the episode where I will give my wildcard pick. It's not really wildcard, it's in FPL terms, but my differential pick for a player you could bring in for the last game week who could get you points that no one else is getting. Big fixtures of Game Week 38. Arsenal coming up against Aston Villa. A win for them and a defeat to Spurs, who are coming up against Newcastle, will mean Arsenal will be second and Spurs will be third. But it is two relegated teams that two of those teams are coming up against. Chelsea versus Leicester. Really doesn't matter who wins that game. Leicester have won the league. Chelsea don't really have anything to fight for other than trying to make sure they're top half of the table. Man United against Bournemouth, another big game. Man United are trying to get a Champions League place. They could finish in 6th if the results don't go their way. If they go their way, they could finish 4th. Meanwhile, Man City are on the road to Swansea. Again, Man City need the result to make sure that they get Champions League football. And Southampton are coming up against Crystal Palace, and West Ham versus Stoke. They are both fighting for those Europa League places, and if West Ham had managed to beat Swansea, maybe they would have been fighting for a Champions League place as well. Finally, the player I am looking at, and you know what, I'm probably not going to pick him because I always give this advice and then go with the safe picks, but Kelechi Iheanacho, and I hope I said that right, is the person I think that you could bring in for Game Week 37 that could do really well for you. Now I know in one of the games he has started alongside Aguero, and Iheanacho has actually got some decent stats considering most of his appearances have been as a substitute. Now if he gets a starting berth, which he might do in this game week, then he could get you points that no one else is going to be looking at. He's had 25 appearances this season, but 19 of those have been as a substitute. He's managed to get 7 goals and 1 assist in those appearances. Now that is good considering most of those have been coming on as a sub. So if he starts, and I'll be keeping an eye on the lineup for Man City up until deadline, then he could get you some goals that no one else is going to get. Attempts on goal, he's had 22 out of 25 appearances. Again, remembering 19 of those have been as a substitute. Shots on target, he's had 10. It's 10 shots on target, 7 of them have gone in, which means his shot accuracy is 45.5% and his goal conversion rate is 31.8, which is one of the best goal conversion rates in the league. Now it is a punt, it's not a nailed on guaranteed point pick, but then again, who is in the FPL? But if you're willing to roll the dice and try and climb that ranking, then that is my pick for you guys. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I hope you like the new setup. If you do, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and remember, I've been J&O, you've been awesome, and it's all about the game.